What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys haven't seen the last video, the EF sedan made 600 horsepower. But if you guys did see the video at the end of dyno day, we did do a couple of pulls at the red zone strip and the car was still in front wheel drive. Today we're gonna officially make the car full wheel drive. The drive shafts need a couple of modifications before we put it back into the car, so we're gonna do that today. Now, I haven't picked up the camera in a couple of days since dyno day, but I have been putting in some work in my brother's car off camera, and we also finally got the Oregon to finish up the header so we can finally send it out for some Cerakoting. By the time this video drops, it's probably already too late. August 25th, NorCal's 18th annual EF vs. DA meet hosted by the homies from the Junkies, and we're trying to get the sedan out there. So let's go ahead and start this day and get the sedan buttoned up. So before I move the car up into place, I want to situate the drive shaft setup first. So if you guys remember, we've been trying to figure out what this whining noise in this car was. The faster I go, the louder it becomes, and it literally took me a whole transmission, half shaft, a few suspension front components to see if it would take care of the whining noise. Turns out none of the stuff that we did fixed it. What ended up being the issue is, after removing the drive shaft and the viscous coupler, this is the rear drive shaft because I never had the front. After removing this off the car, the noise completely disappeared. Completely, like not even a single whining noise. But what we figured out was this billet carrier bearing really just puts a lot of strain on, I guess not strain, but pressure or being compressed with the drive shaft to the rear differential, which then causes a whining noise the faster you go. Once we took all of this off, the noise disappeared, and what we're going to be getting rid of today is the billet carrier bearings. Now this is very practical for the race car guys because you don't want a lot of drive shaft movement, because drive shaft movement ends up breaking the rear diff or the diff mount, right? So because this car is going to be a street car, we're going to switch it back to the OEM style carrier bearings, which I will unpackage in a moment, because shout out to S1 Built Zone for setting out a mint set that I have right here. We're going to be switching back to the OE unit before getting it back into the car. So right now I got to figure out how to get this off because I don't have a bearing puller, and if need to be, I might have to just go and buy it. I'm not gonna lie, I really love how smooth and easy this spins. You know, it ain't stupid if it works. So we about to find out. So I'm just realizing now that I don't actually have to take off the front carrier bearing, because this whole entire cup is going to be eliminated with the new front drive shaft we have right there. Before we unbox that though, let's go ahead and get the wagon carrier bearings unboxed. I want to give a big shout out to the S1 fam in Florida once more for always taking care of me. I wanted to switch back to the OEM unit, and they went into the inventory to see what they had lying around, and they literally sent out the cleanest set that they have. The ones that I have are actually smushed right here, which is kind of common, and I didn't want to reuse that. So we have these clean carrier bear. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is not only carrier bearing, guys, this is literally a care package. We have some goldfishes. I love eating these. My brother gets them from work and I always jack him for them. I literally ate a whole box of this not too long ago. These are pretty bomb. This one is cinnamon brown sugar. Oh, this is fire. We got some Prangos. I remember seeing these at the shop. And we also have Rice Krispie. Justin loves Dana. Justin, hey, the S1 fam, I need to visit you guys soon. Also, I requested a black S1 built banner because the one that I have for my car is the white with the red star. I want my car to be a little more sleek, a little more sleeper, but also represent the shop. So S1 built, thank you guys for this sticker right here. This is obviously custom made because they offer normally the white ones. And then inside this package, we have the carrier bearings. Cut away from yourself, not towards yourself. Oh. Beautiful packaging by S1 always. Dude, these are mint. Damn. Damn, these are way better than mine. Let me try to dig my old ones out. So this one right here, this is my old one. You see how smushed it is compared to the one that S1 sent me? Fire. Look at the difference. Yo, this thing is all mangled. You want to see the other one? This is the other set right here. Look at that, smushed. And not only that, it came out of a swap car. So if you look at this one, they cut the tabs, re-welded it. Yep, can't use that. Now I'm going to take note that the billet carrier bearings are a little bit thicker on the flange, and these guys are a little bit thinner, and also this lip right here. So I might need some spacing when I get to putting this back into the car. So taking note of that. This package has been sitting in the garage for a couple of months now, and I waited to unbox this because, you know, I didn't want to unbox it until the car officially goes full-wheel drive, and obviously that's going to be today. So we're going to be unboxing this. This was sent out from the homie SHAKKAROB on Instagram. He is pretty much, I'm pretty sure he ships all over the US, but mainly the California guy for drive shafts. Now, you guys know I rock the S1 drive shafts and everything, but he reached out to me, and more so he's local. I also met him at the Honda meet a couple of months ago when we took the sedan down there, and we kind of talked about upgrading the front drive shaft. So this right here is going to eliminate pretty much the CV for the front wagon drive shaft. We're going to get rid of this because this is prone to breaking, you know, when you start getting to higher horsepower. So we're going to eliminate this, get rid of the factory slip CV joint, and just go to a full slip yoke for the front drive shaft. So let's unbox this and show you guys what I'm talking about, because if you guys don't know all-wheel drive stuff, all of my words don't mean anything. But we're here to learn, right? Cut away from yourself, not towards yourself. Holy cow. Billet carrier bearings. Shaka Racing. What? Yo, we're literally taking off Brennan WF shit up billet carrier bearings, and now we have another set from SHAKKAROB. Dude, thank you. These look sick. A lot slimmer than the OEM one, so better for ground clearance. That's freaking awesome. And you know, at the end of the day, the wagon Vistas carrier bearing is shot. So we might use one of the billet units in the wagon and maybe save the other one for future project. You have the other one right here. Oh, the box is still heavy. Okay, so I'm thinking this is the part that's going to eliminate the factory slip yoke right here, the factory CV. So this right here is the new front drive shaft, and man, this thing, well built. It already has a 1310 upgraded joints right here, much larger than the factory Civic wagon. We're We're getting rid of the factory slip yoke for this giant one right here. So this right here moves in and out of the shaft, and you know, obviously has a lot of play in case your measurement is a little bit off. No worries. This right here is pretty much what all the big dogs are running. So right now we're gonna figure out how everything goes together, give you guys a look, and then we'll toss it into the car. I did have the wrong flange on earlier, and I did switch it. Put some Loctite on these bolts. All right guys, so this is the viscous coupler with the SHAKKAROB CV joint eliminator, and this thing is ready to go into the car. I'm crossing fingers these flanges are not going to give me a different mounting position or location, because I don't know the distance of the new unit versus the old where it places the carrier bearing, but I guess the only way to find out is to get underneath that car. I hope you guys can see this, but we have the back drive shaft and viscous coupler mounted. Very stoked that the OE bushings, the carrier bearings, lines up to the mounts that I made right here. Didn't have to modify anything. This one is flipped upside down to kick the viscous coupler more into the tunnel to get more ground clearance, and if you look, pretty damn straight. I'm stoked about that. So I'm gonna put the GoPro on the charger, flip the car around, and then we're gonna do the front drive shaft. All right, new drive shaft going up. I've never used this style 1310 joint before. By the way, these little bolts for the 1310 already has its own like Loctite on it, so I didn't add any. Okay, these are not long enough. The viscous coupler has 60K fluids in it, so it takes a little effort to turn the drive shaft. Guys, we are officially four-wheel drive. Front to back drive shaft, viscous coupler installed. I am so stoked. Before I dropped the car, I had to take another look at the drive shaft. Guys, it is freaking straight. Not bad for doing it upside down underneath the car in a driveway, huh? Hell yeah, brother. So right now, I'm about to go for a drive. Just a drive, because I want to make sure everything with the drive shaft is all good and dandy. No weird noises, vibrations. And if everything feels good, maybe we'll get into a little throttle, but I want to make sure we check everything out first. Got the lap built, and let's go for a spin. So something with my steering is a little weird. It feels like it torque steers a little bit, and it feels super light in the steering. gone. Very happy about that. Crazy. I do have a very minor vibration somewhere here. I can feel it on the seat. Actually, I'm gonna go further. Vibration goes away when you accelerate. I don't know if that's the wind making noise. I have no idea what that whistling was. That noise is. I don't know if that's my alignment. Muscle cars. Making this weird noise when I'm turning. I'm definitely gonna have to get this car back to the alignment shop. back at home. So I have this like hard thunk every time I go into third gear, but all the other gears are fine. I'm driving the car around the block one more time because for some reason the steering now feels nice and tight, like it's not as loose anymore, which is weird. But I will say though, when I do accelerate, the car straight as a bullet. Damn. This is crazy, dude. Alright, well, I got the car parked up in front of the door because I'm gonna spend the rest of my day cleaning this car out, make it look pretty. So we're back here in the garage from our test drive after installing the front and rear drive shaft along with the Vistas coupler, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to get off the freeway. So I took a couple more exits just to feel the car out, and the car drives nice and straight. It does drone a little bit. I don't know if I mentioned that in the dyno video, but the car does drone a little bit when you're like 65 plus. Bearable to me, but it could be quieter. Nonetheless, it sounds good for the most part. When you get on it, super loud. Super loud. I did a pull right before getting onto the freeway. There was a dude walking on the sidewalk and I did like a second gear hit and I just seen this dude go. That's when you know it's loud. You guys know that I love my car being quiet, but right now we're just gonna have to deal with the exhaust system that's on the car while I look for other exhaust mufflers that are quieter for the setup, and then maybe we'll change it later down the road. Have you guys ever driven your car with the windows like partial rolled down and like taking a turn or driving during a windy day? It makes this like whistle wind noise, and I've never heard it before. Now I hear it. I thought it was like an alignment or something, but I'm pretty sure it's just the wind and the windows rolled down that's causing all those noises. I'm hoping that it's nothing serious, you know, because every time I hear something that's unusual, it bothers me a little bit. But nonetheless, the drive went freaking great. I was hoping to try to like run into somebody on the freeway. There was a like green Jeep, whatever it was, with a black stripe on it, and then in front of him was like a Hellcat. It looks like a Hellcat. It has like a kit. It has the wheels and everything like a Hellcat, but normally when you run across like V6, V8 guys, they're always super loud. This one was like murdered out. Couldn't tell the badges, but it was super quiet. They were just casually driving. I wasn't trying to mess around either because it is kind of traffic hour. So I took a couple more exit coming back, and obviously, you know, back here on the driveway, but the drive went freaking great. And I'm gonna say though, like after doing a couple of pulls, this is all becoming very familiar to me again. Faster, but very familiar to me again. Feels freaking crazy to be like, my arm's still kind of shaking. Yo, dude, I can feel my hand shaking a little bit, but like, you know, the butterflies will disappear soon the more I drive the car. We're gonna be driving it to the meet coming up here, and that's a good 30 some odd miles there and back, so I'm gonna have a pretty good seat time in the car, and I will have a passenger as well too. So I'm probably gonna give him a quick little rip on an all-wheel drive Honda that makes 600 horsepower because he ain't never been in one. But anyways, we installed the drive shaft, man. Shout out to S1 Built for the care package. I already ate like 2 of the snacks. The wagon Vistas coupler carrier bearings are installed in the car. No more whining noise. Shout out to SHAKKAROB for the front drive shaft with the OE-CV tripod slip yoke delete with the upgraded drive shaft with the 1310 joints. If you guys are interested in a drive shaft like that, you can hit up SHAKKAROB, or if you guys are like East Coast, you guys can also hit up S1 as well too. But both guys, S1 and SHAKKAROB, does ship worldwide. I appreciate them for helping me out with my build as far as the you know, drive shaft goes. So big thank you to you guys. We're gonna wrap it up for this video because I got a lot to clean with my car. I haven't really touched it in a couple of months, so I'm gonna give it a good wash on the outside and a good vacuum on the inside. I also got to get my seatbelt to buckle on the lap because that doesn't work for some reason. But I'm gonna take care of that the rest of the day while we still have some daylight. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of the EF sedan. If you guys did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you guys want to stick around to see the vlog on the NorCal 18th annual EF vs DA meet, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.